And I think you can fall into a lot of traps around self-esteem, but I just think there's better ways, including opportunities. Shame is to deter us from doing things that are harmful for others. What worries me is that the narrative around the manifestation stuff of the universe just giving you what you want or giving you what you think about, it kind of promotes a little bit of a narcissistic tendency. As I cut back, a bottle of wine would fucking floor me. Like, it would ruin my day the next day, which was interesting because what happened is the less I drank, the less I wanted to drink. Because the less I drank, the more drinking affected me, the more noticeable the negative effects of the drinking was. So it actually created this momentum towards quitting as I cut back. So the manifestation thing, it's picking up steam again. And I've written about this in a few places. I had a section on it in Subtle Art, and I've got an old article on the website called The Staggering Bullshit of the Secret. Look, here's the thing. The concept of manifestation, what it really is it is a mental framework that leverages some cognitive biases in the expectation effect to your advantage. So there's a simple fact of human psychology, which is that we tend to notice the things that we think about. So you probably pass by bicycles all the time throughout your life, but unless you are interested in bicycles, you don't notice them. But as soon as you're interested in bicycles, you're like, oh my God, there are bikes everywhere. Now, what manifestation tells you is like, this is the universe giving you what you want. Well, that's not entirely true. But if you're like a totally selfish prick and you're taking advantage of people and stealing from people and harming people, yeah, maybe you should be shamed for that. So if you disagree, hit me up in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong. How are you able to give up drinking and be consistent with exercising? I know all the benefits, and I know it's not meant to be enjoyable. Not true. Does energy come first, then exercise, or does exercise come first, then energy? Okay, I'm glad you asked this question. I am not a fitness and health guru, but I'm a former fat kid who likes exercising now. So let me speak from that experience. The simple answer is exercise comes first, but when you say this, it's not meant to be enjoyable. I disagree, because you're not going to stick with things that you don't find a way to enjoy. And this was like one of the first lessons I had to learn about exercise, is that you have to find a way to enjoy it. And there are a lot of different ways you can do that. So doing it with friends, doing it with some sort of social group, finding workout buddies, creating goals, or like gamification. Like, one of the things that really was effective with me was when I started tracking my workouts, it actually made me more motivated to go back to the gym because I was excited to try to beat last week's number. That made it fun for me. That made it more interesting. So I would say, think about how can you exercise in a way that's fun or interesting, and start there, and then start pushing yourself into things that might be a little bit less enjoyable or a little bit more uncomfortable. I think the biggest mistake that people make, I definitely made this, and I've seen a lot of other people make it, is that they try to do too much too quickly. So like, they decide, you know what, this year I'm going to get into shape, and they go online, they do all this research, they find like some insane workout plan that was probably made by a guy who's like on steroids or something. And they're like, oh, I'll do that. That's the best thing. I'm going to do that. And meanwhile, like within 5 days, they're completely miserable. They're in so much pain. Their body's not used to it. They're not adaptive to it at all. Whereas if you actually just start at something simple and kind of fun, you know, find a friend to go play tennis with, find a gym with like some nice classes with teachers that you like start there for 6 months, develop the habit. And then once you've developed the habit, then push yourself to try some more difficult things. I think luck is a skill. You can increase your luck through activity. Basically, activity increases the number of potential coincidences that can happen in your life. So like, let's say I want to be a famous Hollywood actor and I just sit at home all day and dream about being a famous Hollywood actor. Nothing's going to happen. I'm never going to get lucky. But if I start going to every single event around LA and I start meeting all these interesting people that like give me opportunities, suddenly I've increased my luck because I'm taking action, I'm increasing my activity. The more activity, the more coincidences that happen. The more coincidences, the luckier you get. All right.
Not true. As though I'm beautiful, could it be that you want me? There must be a God. Could it be that he's heard me at last? Because you look at me as though I'm beautiful. Could it be the lady's me? I never dreamed someone like you.
Aufgegangen. Der denkt sich wahrscheinlich auch, was für Lappen, ne? Das wäre der größte Bitch-Move, den du je machen könntest.
Da stehst du vor mir und du stellst Fragen, doch eine Antwort willst du nicht haben.
Denn es ist 1, 2, Ding Dong, super duper Fragenfehler. Frag dich Laserfragen, hat einen Anzug, wo ein F steht. Und einen kleinen Rucksack voll mit Fragen. Und die fragt er dich so lange, bis dir die Blase platzt. Sein Name lautet Existenz, wahrscheinlich hat er Spaß. Denn ohne Spaß macht dir selbst das Fragen keinen Spaß. Quasi Spaß muss sie machen, denn sonst macht es ja keinen Spaß.
Also dieses Lied macht doch überhaupt gar keinen Sinn. Ohne Spaß kein Spaß, was ist denn da die Logik drin? Also wenn du schon mit Fragen kommst und eine Antwort magst, dann bleibe doch bitte gefälligst seriös, während du fragst.
Also weg vom Spaß und zurück auf den Punkt. Wer bin ich, was bist du, gibt es Herr, gibt es Schwund? Ist die Suche für den Grund, für das Hirn ungesund? Oder unbescheiden, bin noch viel zu klein, kunterbunten Kinderschultern tragen. Und werde euch, bis ich draufgehe, mit Tausenden und Abertausenden Armeen von ungelösten Existenzfragen plagen. Ding, 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 ding.
Runde 2.
Mir zu erzählen. Bei diesem Kram würde dir der Realismus fehlen. Dann kann ich leider nicht anders reagieren als mit Lachen, denn Realität ist nicht statisch, Realität wird erschaffen von dir und von mir und von uns und von allen. Werfen wir den Besserwisser weg und tun uns den Gefallen, einmal in diesem unserem Leben auszuprobieren, loszulassen und die Scheiße positiv zu affirmieren. Und geben wir nicht immer nur den anderen die Schuld, hört auf uns selbst zu verfluchen und üben uns in Geduld. Bekommen wir all die Scheiße mit Versagen und mit Schuld. Fühlt doch mal, wir sind mit Nerven überfüllt. Die sich lösen in einem Ball aus Licht. Wir erschaffen das zusammen, also fürchte dich nicht. Und Finger in die Wunde, Schwanz auf den Tisch, Herz auf die Zunge, die Karten sind gemischt. Wir können noch 100 Jahre einen auf Stolz und Ehre machen. Du hast angefangen, nein, du lass uns einen Krieg entfachen. So kommen wir doch nicht weiter, das weiß doch jedes Kind. Es wird Zeit für Harmonie, mein Freund, sonst sterben wir noch blind. Also feier den Scheiß, so komisch es klingt. Und tanz einfach ab zu jedem Song, der swingt. Und gib Applaus für jedes Ding, das lebt, das augenscheinlich unbelebt und unbewegt in Ecken steht, denn alles